There you go.
All right. Let's start the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and justice for all.
There you go.
All right. Normally, the mighty Quinn keeps us honest, but I guess first item, which is, Alex, do you have any kind of report?
I have nothing to report.
Okay, that's fine. I know it's going to be slow. Normally, the mighty Quinn would report also, but he's not on. So let's go on to the next thing, which really is Jerry's report. And I think Jerry's got a bunch to say. And you go, Jerry. You take it. Take the floor.
Okay. Now, Mark, did anybody forward you my proposal for the?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
I don't know.
You got to give me your email. I don't have your email. What's your email?
You can send it to, it's GIOIELLA. It's Joyella spelled in the Italian way at gmail.com.
GIOIELLA at Gmail.
That's it.
Okay. I'm going to send it to you right now. For years, I've been trying to get the people at Kings Highway to cut me a little bit of space in one of the many adjoining storage rooms around.
Now, for those who don't know, I think that is the education building, is it not? Kings Highway across from the Goodwill?
Yeah, Kings Highway, yep.
Okay, go ahead.
And at the last meeting, I actually had the opportunity to speak with Christine Vitale, although she's not directly in charge of it. But I said, look, what's happening is we've got all this new gear, and it's all IP based, and we tie it all in order to make it happen. We tie it all into the school district's network, which is a bazillion IP addresses.
Will they allow that? Because a lot of times they get nervous.
Well, no, that's what we're doing, but it's not working out. I'm not getting the cameras. I mean, I'm having trouble configuring the cameras and whatnot, and I don't know exactly why it is. I admit that this part of video production is, IP based. It is supposed to plug it in the BNC cable. You plug it into the internet kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it is a little new to me. I mean, it's not like I can't learn it or anything like that. But what I want to do is, and I've been talking with Dave Kelly, and by the way, Dave has been very helpful with some things.
So you saw I sent off those invoices to him today?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good.
The thing is that what we want to do is we want to create our own dedicated structure with our own PoE or Power over Ethernet switch, which will take our cameras and everything else out of the school district's network.
So does it become our own little VPN?
It becomes our own little network.
Okay.
And what it does is that we can, we leave it set up as well instead of coming in every time, because it's more complicated now with all these plugins and whatnot. That, I can do it, but, we don't do it often enough. I mean, sure, we might do 5 or 6 meetings a month, but really every time you go in, you're kind of relearning it,
So once it's configured, it could stay.
Well, that's the idea, yes.
Okay.
And that'll do a bunch of things. It'll give us, like I say, it'll give us control over it. The only thing we'll be running through the district network is the feed to town hall. Now, the other reason we need to do this is because the town and the school district are working very hard at isolating the two networks even more than they already are. So at some point, we'll have, it will be difficult because they'll have more firewall, whatever structures. So every time we plug our cameras into the network, yes, the IT director over there can create independent IP addresses and whatnot, but as I'm learning from experience,
you're still going to have firewalls.
Out. I really want to have more control over it than going through their network.
Yep.
And so that's the other reason.
And so have you begun to have success, or you're still in the exploratory stage?
No. I'm just at the front end.
Okay.
And what really needs to happen is I need somebody from, I need the commission to really be the front on this. They aren't going to deal with me. They never have in the past. They like their bureaucracy. They want to hear from the commission. Okay?
Okay.
So the commission needs to either set up a subcommittee or appoint a liaison to work with me and to take this to the district. And to Angelo Papa George, who is the operations director, ultimately the superintendent who will, sign off on it. There's a little bit of money involved. I forgot to
say our money? Is it our money?
Well, money, somebody's money. It's not a ton of money. It's about $3,000.
Is it our commission money, or we get it from the town?
Well, you might be able to take it out of our own funds, out of our fees and professional services.
Right.
And we want to run 5 basically camera feeds that will go back to the PoE switch in this media studio. And those are that's basically $2,300 and some change. And then we want to run 2 cat lines that are connected to the district's network so that we have internet access to send our signal through, because there's no way we're going to get around that.
Right.
And B, just, to run our laptops when right now what we're doing is we're incorporating the WebEx meetings into the live meeting at the Board of Ed, and I have a feeling there's a lot of discussion in Town Hall that they want to carry on with this. They're very much, they recognize the convenience of people being able to do this from home. All these boards and committees, volunteers. So when you tell them, okay, you got to come over to the Board of Ed and hang around till midnight or whatever, dead of winter, whatever, with this new WebEx structure that I'm pretty sure they're going to bring it in to
keep it.
We take the WebEx and we make it an input on our system so that we can cut in and out of it.
Right.
And whatnot. Public comment also.
Right.
So there's really good reasons to do this. In the room that we looked at was basically a room with 2 refrigerators and a bunch of floral arrangements, dried floral arrangements that could easily find a different home.
Right.
And the other thing is that where we're keeping our cameras and whatnot now, it's where they keep all the chairs and everything. Now, these are $2,000 cameras that I'm stashing in this corner in this very active little storage room.
They're going to get hit by the chairs and the floor and everything.
I'm just waiting for the day somebody knocks over a tripod or something,
Right.
So that's another good reason to have this.
Hey, Jerry, can I ask a quick question?
Sure, go right ahead.
So right now every time you have to go configure all this stuff before each respective session, right?
We got to set it up and wrap it every time.
Right. And so, like, if we do this thing, theoretically, it'll save time in the future too, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
So then,
Because once it's configured, it can stay.
So I guess what I'm getting at is it sounds like, I mean, it's going to cost a little money, but it's also going to save a little money elsewhere later down the line,
In
right?
the long run. Yep. In the long run.
It sounds.
Yeah. I mean, just
it
based
sounds
on
like it.
I'm not sure whether they let me still keep. If they let us do this, I'm not sure whether they'll let me still keep the cameras in the main room. I might still have to unplug them from these dedicated connections and put them in the media studio. But that's not a big deal. That takes just a few minutes.
All right.
But the thing,
I guess what I'm just getting at is, like, we're talking about, like, where's the money come from to do it? Because it sounds like a great idea. And especially if nobody's there a lot of the time because they like the WebEx option, well, then all the more reason that this space isn't really being used all that much. So, can save a little bit of money and time during setup and then give the flexibility of being WebEx or live when needed. I think it sounds great. And just kind of, just trying to help figure out, like, okay, well, $3,000 isn't that much, but, if it needs to come from somewhere, can we say, well, we're going to save a little money on labor as a result, which is good, or maybe not. I don't know. Just thinking out loud,
That's some money
Sure.
in one of our cable advisory account grants, $1,600, or no, wait, $1,160, excuse me. And we every year we set aside some money for equipment, usually $1,500, and I can also get money from our fees and professional services this year. I don't know whether it was due to COVID or I'm just an economic genius, but we did save some money as far as labor. So I think we can put it together. If we can get permission to do it.
Okay.
I think we'll have at least most of the resources. Now, gentlemen, I know this isn't on topic for what we're talking about, but it wouldn't be a bad time to approach the RTM again and see if we can get the charter language changed so we can start raising money that could help pay for things like this in the future. But that's another topic.
Right.
And that gentleman also is, with the commission. I can't execute that.
Right.
It's a commission effort.
All right. Well, let's take this one now. So, do you want me to get involved as the chair, where I can start going to the town hall people and talk to them? All those people you mentioned.
I'm wondering if it should be somebody. No offense to you, Stuart, but you're a traveling man. And to get a hold of the Board of Ed to have to be able to go in and do some work on the gear off hours,
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it might be somebody, maybe Mark might want to take it on as far as being the liaison for this effort.
Mark, you up for that?
I'm happy to do that as long as, I can partner with any of the other commissioners just on things that I may not know the procedure involved. But I'm more than happy to get the answer to all those questions and then try and get the right people to talk to about it. I think it's a great idea.
I mean, it's basically getting the proposal out there. The town IT director and I have talked about it, and he's going to talk to the district IT director about it. And at that point, when people have been sort of preliminarily versed on what we're trying to do, we would all go over their commission, etc. Not all, but the liaison and myself, and and have a more formal conversation about it. But if this is something that they're like just totally resistant to, I don't know what I'm going to do, because actually, like I said, it's a much more complicated setup now. And every time, because it's not, this IP concept, initially it sort of came, this is for like the guys at home doing a podcast or whatever. And granted, they do use it in studio environments, but in the studio environment, it's all a dedicated network. They don't go and put it on the regular internet and bring it back into the studio to work with. They do it all internally, and then they send it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're not off base as far as how we want to structure this for the future, for regular use. And the other thing too is I mean, this is all expensive stuff. The encoder that we use is a $4,000 piece of equipment, and it's moving it around them, plugging it,
Well, I think a big point that we need to raise is that we have a lot of expensive equipment that we don't want broken, or even worse, you got stuff set up, somebody's going to figure out how to take a camera off a tripod and walk away with it. You're talking about $2,000 for a camera that's going to disappear. So I think we should do that. What I will say now is I'll make a motion that we should investigate this further and have Mark Jayala head this thing with Jerry. And anybody will second that? We'll go on.
Second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anybody against? All right, passed for the record. All right, we'll definitely just go further with this. I guess the next item is if anybody's got anything that they want. I don't think we have any slides or anything.
Can I ask Alex a question?
Sure.
Sure, please go ahead.
Memorial Day weekend's coming up.
I'm excited. Are you having a party?
No, we're sitting in the parade.
Oh, it's not about the party. Okay, what's up?
I wish I was. I was thinking about really being here for it, but I was going to ask you if we could use your gimbal.
You want to use my gimbal?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm not sure if I will because I don't know exactly how to use it. Will's good at it, but he's still in Vermont. So if he doesn't come back from Vermont, then we'll just do sticks. But I was thinking it'd be nice, to have that kind of, because we're not going to do it we're not tying into the production equipment. We're just gonna.
Yeah, no, you don't have to explain. We just got to make sure that the camera will fit weight-wise on. So if you just send me a link to the camera, so I see which one you guys have.
Exactly. So
I mean, we can talk this over offline, but I'm more than happy to lend my super fancy, awesome gimbal to you guys.
Well, I went up to New Haven with Will when he was doing some B-roll for you. That kid's a regular camera dancer, isn't he?
Well, no. What's going to happen then, Alex? If you allow us to use the gimbal, then you're going to be the master of ceremony. You're riding the first convertible car.
You know what it is if I lend you my gimbal, then somebody else's. Everybody's going to want to borrow my gimbal. It's just going to be
the whole town.
Free for all.
Free for all. Everybody in town will be like that.
No, it'd be my pleasure, Jerry, and we'll figure it out offline. What's that?
If Will's available and I can do it, then I'll do it. But if he can't do it, then we'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
All right, sounds good.
There is one other thing too. I'm gonna, there is the I do want to get another TriCaster Mini in the CAC grant. Just so that we're even though we don't use them at the moment too much, we will, and we might as well get them while we got the money available.
Sure.
So that's the other thing, and that's pretty much the long and short of it. I sent everybody. Mark, I just sent you the information on the proposal and the estimate. I don't know if you got it, but and that's it. I'm done.
Okay, all good. All right, so I don't think we really have anything else to discuss. I kind of get the feeling that beginning in June, possibly, maybe July, they'll open up Town Hall enough where we'll get the band back together, and we'll be able to meet in a room.
I do have a call at the Town Hall to find out what they're to Chief McCarthy, actually. He's the one who will put the word out on that.
Right.
Make a decision. So I'm waiting to hear what he says because, I got to get squared away.
All right. Anybody have anything else? Old business, new business?
Did we did we as a group extend anything to Tim on his father's passing, or?
I'm sorry, whose father passed?
Jim Quinn's dad passed away.
Oh my God, I had no idea. I'm so sorry to hear that.
You're talking about the Mighty Quinn?
Yeah, he's finally in the big aircraft carrier in the sky.
Wow, I never knew. He never mentioned. Was it recently?
Yeah, this past month. He had lung disease and.
All right, this is the first I'm hearing about it. I will send an email tonight on behalf of the commission expressing condolences. I did not know that. He never mentioned. He sent me an email for the meeting. I never heard anything.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like, I got it because we have some mutual friends. I wouldn't have known about it.
Yeah.
I did send him an email in regards to it, but I thought you guys might have known as well.
No, I wish I had known.
I would have reached
All right.
out. I didn't.
All right, I will send something to him. If we've got nothing else, the good of the order, everybody's good, I'll make a motion to adjourn, and hopefully we'll be meeting in person next month, but we'll see what happens. Can I get anybody to second the motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, the last thing that I have is if everybody looked at the minutes from last month, I'll make a motion to approve, and then we're done.
I'll let me pull them up.
Second?
You actually have to officially restart the meeting.
All right. Let me make a motion to restart the meeting for 5 minutes.
Seconded.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Against? No. All right. So all I want to do is, if everybody has had a chance to look at the meetings from last month, or the minutes from last month, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those against? Nobody. All right. Now I make a motion to adjourn for the second time.
Second.
Second for a second time.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And all those against? Nobody. All right, gentlemen. Talk to you in a month. If I get anything, I'll give you a yell. Otherwise, enjoy, and I'll speak to everybody next month.
Just a second, Mark.
Thanks, everybody. And Jerry, I'll be in.
Mark, before you hang up, Mark.
I'll email you. Yep.
Did you get my email?
I'll get back with you, and we can start connecting.
I did send you an email with some preliminary information on it.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Great. All righty then. Till the next time, gentlemen. And Mark, come over and give me an email and let me know when you can come by.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okie dokie. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.